did they get
Okay,
it?
now we're working on a real motorcycle. You're gonna have to guess what it is, but it's old. How come the light doesn't work? There we go. Now you claim the speedometer does not work on this vehicle?
Well, we spun it. We didn't see this turning.
Okay.
The gear is in there. I can attest to that. But whether it indexes in there or not, I don't know.
It's turning.
Oh, well then maybe it was in there wrong.
See, look at that. See, it's rotating.
Okay.
See,
Well then we're
customer is wrong.
we'll
again.
saved a little money there.
Customer's always wrong.
But
We're
at this point,
okay, here we go. Let's take this thing apart and see how bad it is. Now we're thinking maybe this welding right here is not.
yeah,
not
let's get
original.
in nice and close on that. See where the sprocket is welded to the brake drum,
That's a
all the
beautiful
way
weld job.
around.
Yeah, that's probably the worst part.
Is that why it goes like this?
It might wobble slightly too.
Yeah, you think?
I don't know.
It's welded on the
I
back
was
too.
teaching my niece how to weld. She's one. She did pretty good, huh?
She did a great job. Well, they figured they got a little dirt on it, a little grease, and you know, you'd never know. I never noticed it.
All right, now screw
That's
around.
incredible.
We got work to do now.
Okay. This is a WLC model, as you can tell. Tatro broke it. That means he bought it.
Yeah. I already own all these
That
cans.
nail in the back tire, that was extra.
Oh, that's good. Okay, there's your vacuum plate.
Nailed it.
There's your brake drum.
Got a brand new brake shoes on it. Brand new.
Brand new to you? Yeah, I found a spot for that. Okay, you think this gear is good?
Unknown at this time.
It appears to have all the teeth on it.
Okay.
That's always a good sign.
Okay. Very thin. Is that how they should
Yeah.
be?
See how those teeth are all missing right there?
Yeah.
They're worn away.
Mm-hmm.
That's because your speedometer did not rotate,
And it ground it.
and the wheel did.
Yeah. Somebody just jammed it on.
No, that's worn away.
Okay. Well, I can see.
Jamming brakes and chips. See how those are all chipped there? That's from
Mhm.
jamming things on and off.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's, yeah.
You're supposed to be very careful of assembling this, or you take the drive unit out before
Right.
you disassemble
And
it.
then thread it in to put it in.
Correct.
Gotcha. Well, there again, this hasn't been depot rebuild in a long time.
We appear to have some muck in the system here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That is not brake lubricant,
No. No.
even though it appears that it was being used as that.
Brake lubricant.
Appears to be that's extra thick brake lubricant.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's non-squeak.
Yeah.
Non-squeak brake
Yeah.
lubricant.
Anti-squeal.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what they call it.
Yeah, that's some anti-squeal, right?
That is the ugliest sprocket I have ever seen. Look at that.
That is a precision.
You're kidding me, right?
That is a very
Look
high
at that.
quality job there.
How could they do that? And why did they go all the way around?
Wait until you see the other side on that.
Oh my God.
Okay, now,
I'm guessing that's on
this must be a military grade Phillips screwdriver, or
Uh-huh.
Phillips screw in a nut, a lock nut on top
Uh-huh.
on the back side.
I'm sure it is.
Now, I don't know why they put a lock nut on the back, but they did.
It's a little easier to get in my truck with the keys.
Well, look how tight that was. That was extremely tight.
What do you got? Can we just leave this here for the hobbyists to play with?
But that's
Maybe-
you, right?
No. I'm really disappointed.
Yeah, you missed out. That one on eBay just sold for $400. So,
Oh, I wouldn't have been buying it today.
so
but
we're going to have to just make do.
I got you. And it'll be right, I'm sure of that.
At least we know the grease is good. Now it appears that the gear is slightly used and might need replacement.
Are those available?
I'm thinking there's something going on inside of that. Maybe that's why it broke. Who knows?
It should not crickle crackle like that?
I don't think that's factory, no.
No.
Yeah, I'm thinking there might be something wrong with
All
that.
right, probably.
So
We'll throw that in the save
we're
it for
going to have to
later.
apply that to
The save it for later pile.
the replacement pile.
Yeah, let's do that. That pile's getting bigger.
Ah, there, that is the replacement pile.
That pile's getting bigger.
And this one here we're going to keep. Now you're not supposed to look over here, not looking at that.
Oh, no, okay, sorry.
That's top secret over
All
there.
right.
You're not supposed to know about that.
Okay.
We don't want anybody to know we actually work on other shit
What
here.
is this? No.
That is called lubricant material.
Okay.
of unknown origin. It appears to be in the thick muck
The thick range.
range.
That's just painted over.
Now that might not be quite what you're supposed to have in there. Maybe
No.
that's why it makes noise,
Okay.
but that's normal. Okay, now this is our sleeve right here. Appears to be a little, not very well.
Shouldn't be that loose, huh?
It appears that it might have some extra clearance involved.
Now, do you assembling that? Do you assemble that outer big nut against that?
Well, the first thing we got to figure out what's bad and not bad.
Okay.
I'm assuming that just about everything I'm touching is like new. I've never seen one that rattled that bad, but think of how many miles it took to make things that bad.
Oh, it was probably loose all that time.
Squeak.
See, we don't have much physical clearance in the hole, but
Well, then it's the piece itself that's junk. It's not
probably
the bracket.
tapered. It's probably tapered a little bit. No, this feels pretty straight. I don't know why you got grease on the outside.
I don't know either. Like I said.
Gotta keep your shoes lubricated too.
Yeah, I'm guessing that was it.
I should have brought some disinfectant with me too.
Okay.
Now it appears that we have the normal amount of rubbage going on right here. See all the material that's worn away right there?
Mm-hmm.
Put a bead going.
That's from rubbing on the inside of the brake
Well,
drum.
you haven't seen the video yet, but we have a slight amount of clearance in the braking mechanism right here.
Uh-huh.
And when that does that, see it moves the stuff
Yeah.
over here quite a bit. See, can you get
So it causes everything.
See how loose that is?
Yeah.
That's just not quite up to snuff. It kind of rubs on everything.
And of course it makes everything not work right.
And it appears that they have a front brake cam instead of a rear one in here. See how it doesn't go out very far?
Yes, sir.
The rear ones are taller than the front ones.
I'll be darned.
So this is the front one. Or if you have a pre-41, it's the rear one also, but those shoes are front shoes, only that wide. So this is the incorrect cam you have in here. So you need to have a front brake cam. It does appear that they installed it correctly, though. See how the arrow is up. So they did do that part right. And it appears the shoes are getting a little extra wear from all the clearances. And
So are you saying it's savable or not?
these are not Harley Davidson linings because see there's no rivets here.
Gotcha. So they're
I'm guessing it's probably reproduction V-twin shit.
do you think the shoes themselves, you can see where it should rivet, but they're not?
Well, you have to clean all this muck off of them here. See all the muck on
Right,
them?
right. So they wouldn't be bonded on their...
So you have to redo this. They're bonded and not riveted.
Oh, okay.
Even though they show rivets over here,
Yeah.
there's actually no rivets. That must be glue sticking. That's
Yeah,
glue. 'Cause
that's glue.
how-
Gotcha.
So these have either been relined or that's how V-twin makes repop shoes. I don't know. Usually these things are worn pretty heavy, a lot more than this, so this is actually not too bad. A lot of times they're, a third of the way into the hole over here, the rivet hole. But this is probably missing a good 1/8 of an inch right here.
Mm-hmm.
See the distance right here? Between here and that hole?
Yes.
See how this one's not?
Yes.
That's how much it's worn. That's from rubbage. And then you look inside the brake drum, you can see how it's been rubbing on the inside of the drum right here,
Right.
where it's not supposed to be
And
rubbing.
that causes friction. That's like a lathe effect, correct?
Well, it does help slow it down, but it's not good for it though.
When you see sparks, well, at this point, we're not trying to save the drum.
So right now, this backing plate needs to be severely rebuilt here. There's probably not much you can do about that hole there. This
Okay.
here needs to be rethreaded, or welded up and rethreaded for the for a thread. Assuming it's not, it looks like it's still got the right thread in there. So maybe just maybe the red screw might help. Okay, so we need to take this locking plate off here. So that looks like a 5/8 probably. Nope, 9/16.
So, for your professional opinion,
This is a pile of crap.
where would you think all of these original bolts went? I'm guessing that this thing is not an ever bike because there was nothing correct on it. Absolutely nothing.
Well, we don't want to.
Huh?
pick fun at everybody.
Well, it's my bike. You can pick all the fun you want. I'll get on.
I think you got screwed when you bought it. How about that?
All right. Well, no, and I appreciate that. I should have stopped by Tatro's first.
Yeah, I could have sold you something better.
I think you're right.
Could have pulled it off my dealer lot out front.
Did what?
I could pull one off the dealer lot out front for you.
Right.
We had the test right up with the video already, so you know it runs.
Yeah. I sent you that, did I not? It was actually running. That was all I heard.
You might actually have one part that's still good.
Yeah, look at that. So far we got just the brake arm. Look at that, fell apart.
I already took the knob off. So that piece looks good. We're two.
Two
for
pieces so far.
We're two.
Huh.
Now look at the clearance.
Look at that.
Look at that clearance in there.
Good Lord Gertie.
And you wonder why it's loose. Of course it won't come out 'cause it's tight.
Of course that thing has been greased to within an inch of its life.
Oh, I'm sure there's absolutely no wear in there at all. And it appears to be pretty close on straightness. That's a plus. So this is just going to require some bushing in here, which they never made, so we'll just make it. And then we're going to have to put the correct cam over here on this side, because we already know this one's not correct.
Too short. It should be the width of the shoe. And you say that's a front one?
Yes. Actually might be the rear one. It's
What
too
does it
short,
say?
but it's the front ones I think are narrower. It's definitely got a lot of wear on it.
Yeah.
There's a huge amount of wear on this thing here.
Well, for only showing
I can't remember. It's been too many years since I've had one of these apart.
137 miles on the clock, that's probably original mileage.
Yeah. That's the correct piece. Yeah, that might actually be the right part, because I think the front ones are narrower yet. It's just they don't make them very tall, which is not good. That makes the shoes not live very long. Now you see how it's got a little bit of grooviness going in here?
Yeah.
So that all has to be welded up and
Oh my gosh.
made better.
Grooviness.
Yeah. Look at it painted OD green on the inside. That's nice. Alright, so this
Would you have to cook those to get those linings off of there? Would they chip them or break them off?
Look how much they're worn in here.
Yeah.
No, you
Just pry them off?
you just do what you want to do with
They
them.
don't look like they're
It's made for high heat. They're not going to just come off.
No, that's what I thought.
So you'd have to grind them off to use the shoes again, or take them to a break place and let them grind them off. 'Cause I don't know how else you're going to get them off without grinding them. All right, so this is stuff here that needs a lot of work. Good.
That is absolutely deplorable right there.
No, I think your oil tank was worse.
You do? I'm more disappointed in this than
And the oil
that.
tank was the best part so far.
Oh man.
This is nice too. The rear fin is right behind it. Front fin is worse.
So I'm guessing the motor's cherry.
Oh, it's got to be brand new in there.
Sure,
Everything else, look at
of course.
the condition of it.
Look what they
Okay, now I'm guessing these two are stripped out. That's why those are in there.
They look like spoke nipples.
Yeah.
How could that be?
Now, is it going to take the genuine Harley tool, or is it going to take the Tatro Machine Special?
Let's see. Oh, I like the Tatro Machine Special. Wow. You could get some leverage with that.
Well, the difference is the head size over here.
I see.
If these are genuine Harley, these go right in.
Well, why would we expect that?
So they appear to not quite going all the way. So you don't want to go in and see if they're full of dirt or they're not Harley. Aftermarket is slightly smaller and it goes right in. But see how loose they are?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they might be genuine Harley.
I'm betting they're not tight.
I don't know yet.
Why would they be tight? Hmm.
I had to pull on it slightly. Yeah, that took a little bit of effort. What was that, like 10?
Not much.
Yeah, maybe 15. How much torque did you want? There's one's got a little extra on it.
Now that's just the extra crud on the threads.
It does feel kind of mushy when you pull them out.
Do you have a truing stand here? Could we put that on there and just, excuse me? Oh, okay, good. I was gonna say we could just set it on there and spin it.
Didn't have to go very far, did I?
No, I was gonna say, I knew you did.
You keep it there.
I already can't sleep tonight, so go ahead and ruin it.
Just finish it off with.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Now, if we have to beat that rotten drum off there, I'm really not too concerned.
I'm surprised it just didn't fall.
Yeah, that's why I thought it would when you got the last one out.
Yeah, it's not.
No, it's not going to come. Of course, it's welded on. Well, why wouldn't it be welded to the hub?
No, it's not welded.
Oh, all right. Well, you don't know that yet.
No, I can see there's no welds. Some appropriate tools over here.
Get a BFH. No.
No, we're not getting that carried away with it.
Watch your feet. You got your boots on.
Yeah, I got shoes on today.
Okay. Boy, it sounds solid. Listen to
They're pretty
that.
good.
Listen to that ring.
Yeah, maybe we should take all the bolts out.
I don't think it's moved yet. Up there it goes. Clank.
Look at that, landing
Okay.
right on my foot almost.
Throw that right into the trash.
No, we might need. No. The speedometer drive gear is needed.
Oh, all right.
You
Well,
can't just throw that thing in
we'll
the
save
trash.
that then. All right. Huh.
Alright.
The front wheel's interchangeable with the rear, correct?
Look at the nice welding on the rest
Oh,
of it.
that's incredible. Huh. Why do you think they would do such a thing, and why would they do this all the way around?
Well,
That's not the right gear. Somebody made that gear up,
if
huh?
you notice, it's nickel rod too. Look how shiny it is. Well, if you had to save this drum, you could save it. You have to cut all this shit off
I'll
and
reserve.
reuse it.
I'll reserve judgment on that.
I've had to do worse in the old days
Really?
when you couldn't buy reproduction parts.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've used a lot worse than this in the old days. This is not even rusty or anything yet. You gotta try doing one of these that have been rusted real
Yeah.
deep.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Hard spots in them. Yeah, it could be saved, but it's easier to buy a new one these
Pretty
days.
bad. Yeah.
Assuming the new ones are of any value, which we have our doubts about.
Okay. All right, and there we
So
go.
that looks pretty nice. So this is some high quality parts here. So
I'm gonna put those all into the recycle bin.
no, we're gonna reuse some of this stuff here. You might not like all this stuff, but a lot of this stuff's gonna get reused here. So let's just get this out of the way so we can go see the wheel. So shut that off. We'll be back in a minute.
Okay, gotcha. I forget how to shut it off now.
Just go like that works.
Okay.
Alright, so now we're going to go do the wheel here. We appear to have an adequate amount of goop coming out of the hub here, so we're going to check this out real quick and then see if it's true. Going by the caliper of all the other parts, we should know it's first class. Somebody might have over-lubed their bearings a little bit.
Made in China.
Could be.
There's an actual circle clip in there.
Yes, that's how they're put together.
Mm-hmm.
Crap out of my way. Now, see how the screws are sticking way through there?
Yes. Not correct.
Those appear to be coarse thread, not,
yeah.
not Harley Davidson thread.
Gotcha.
So that means that the hub has been destroyed for quality reproduction purposes. Okay, that could possibly be too much in play.
Mm-hmm.
So you push with your thumb over there and your
Right.
palm over here, see? That's in play.
Okay.
So that's taken up by shims underneath this cover. You have to take the cover off and play around with shims.
If there are any.
Well, they might be chewed up now, but we don't know. Now the inside here, it's hard to check for in play. I mean side to side clearance in here because you got seals and everything in here.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't appear to be super loose. That's a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
Does appear to have some muck in the inside though. Now to true these things, you have to have a special truing sleeve to arbor to make these trueable. So you have to go over here to your special drawer tools.
Are now those made? You made those?
No, this is a genuine Harley.
I'll be darned.
It's heat treated. It'll live forever. It's already been going for 70 something years already. Hasn't been affected.
Wow,
by
look at
anything yet.
that. Dropped right in. Wow.
So that goes in there.
Wow, look at that.
And this is the nut, has a shoulder on it too on this side. See how it's, that way it doesn't catch on there.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And this one has the shoulder over here. It goes in a sleeve that
Wow.
supports that.
Boy, that's nice. Here, I thought you were just going to have a couple of cones on there on the truing stand
No,
and just adjust them up.
nope. So that goes like that.
Do you think modern Harley is as quality as it was in the old days?
Well, that's different stages of quality.
Right.
There's stuff that needs to be worked on quickly.
Right. Not like the old days. Boy, look at that.
Well, you have to have your genuine Harley stand to go with your genuine Harley tools.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is what we normally use, which is not genuine Harley.
Well, that's what I was thinking, yeah.
This part here is genuine Harley. But we are going to have to adjust it because we have to move it in to get to the right width.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they have these adjustment things down here.
Where would a fellow purchase something like that? It's made out of unobtainium, isn't it?
Well, there's another one sitting. There's another one sitting right there.
Okay.
Is that really a word?
It seems to work for what we're doing
I
here.
bought these on eBay about 10 years ago, though,
I'll bet they're non-existent now.
because I'm still using Dad's truing stand.
Yeah, very nice.
So he doesn't need it anymore. But
That's one thing about when you bring your business to Tatro Machine, you know you're gonna really get the quality treatment you're looking
if
for.
I really wanted to piss everybody off, I'd just go pull another brand new one off the shelf at home and
Oh, really?
yeah,
Okay.
pull one off the rack.
Okay, well,
I think there's about another 4 or 5 of them left on that rack.
no kidding,
Yeah.
jeez.
We used to sell these.
So then they're really not made out of unobtainium. Somewhere somebody has 2 or 3 or 4.
They're floating around here and
Okay,
there.
nice, very nice.
They show up on eBay every now and then too. But, not everybody has them laying around like we do, but you know, it's all right.
Look at that. Wow, that's great.
Obviously, this wheel's balanced very well.
Why?
Did you have a high RPM balancing issue?
I didn't. I've only rode it up and down the street once,
There you go.
and it only started once after that.
This might be slightly out of balance. So,
As you can tell, because it wants to roll itself, right?
well, I keep pushing it back, and it keeps going
Yeah.
the other way.
Gotcha.
So chances are the static balance in the show that's out of whack. And
Right.
If you spun balance, it might show something different.
Right. Uh-huh.
I do things statically around here, so.
Now, do you recommend? Oh boy.
Okay, now you can see how perfectly straight your wheel is. It's actually not too awful bad. I don't have the right pointer right now to look at, but
No, but just to get an idea.
can
You know, of
see-
course, tires aren't much, though, are they?
I'm not looking at the tire, I'm looking at the rim.
No. Okay. Gotcha.
But to do it right, we got to go on the inside of the bead up on
Right,
here,
right,
not on
right.
the outside. But these rims are pretty even all the way around, unlike
Uh-huh.
new rims.
Uh-huh.
So you can actually do them on the outside edge.
I'll be darned, huh?
But you can see that's moving in about 30 or 40 pounds.
Yeah.
What you got to look at over here is the big dent in it. So focus right here. Pull back a little bit. A little more angle we can get to it. Okay, now watch it go up and down now. That's called a big dent.
Yeah. Yeah, I see it.
So there's trueness and there's dents. It's two different things.
What would you attribute that? Hitting a big rock or a hole or something?
Possibly. It might have been used on off-road application.
Right, right. Mm-hmm. Do you think that's an original wheel?
Probably. So it would,
Hard to tell. It doesn't
the rim could use a little love.
doesn't look like it had any chrome on it.
Yeah. We have to take it apart, see what's going on.
Right.
Anyway, it's got these extra holes in here, which I don't know.
Those look like for bead lock.
Well, yeah, but they never ran a bead lock.
Well, that's why I'm saying. I asked your opinion whether you thought it was a ridge, not with bead lock holes in it.
So the first thing I do is weld up all these extra holes you don't need. Here's another one over here.
Uh-huh.
Appears to be 2 extra holes.
Well, then that's not the right rim.
They're 180 apart.
Well,
so
sure.
equally balanced. See?
Sure. Well, that was for the bead locks.
So I think I would just fill those holes in and get rid of them because they're not supposed to be there. Now the spokes appear to be straight in there and they all feel to be relatively tight. So that's not too awful bad. The rim's relatively close. You could ride it the way it is. Pull out my original tool also. See, that's kind of loose.
So the dull sound makes
Dull is not good.
lets you know that it's not tight. There. That's one that should sing. Yeah.
That's better. That's good. That's good. Yep, that was good. Good, good.
Now, say if your customer was real particular and he didn't want you tink-tanking on his stainless spokes.
That's why this is radiused.
I gotcha.
Now, if you hit it on this side, you could.
So you could chip it. Okay.
Yeah, so you got different tunes. So there's
So
a
that
few of
w-
these spokes are loose.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what a shocker, right?
Yeah.
Now you think these are adjustable, don't you?
Well, they would think.
Yeah,
Oh,
they move.
okay.
That's a good sign. Now you make sure you take the air out of the tire before you do this. You can put holes in the tire.
Right.
See, that one's a little dry, but see, it does move.
Right.
See, right now the tube is pushing hard against its
Right.
the
Mm-hmm.
nipple.
You think there's a
So you have
rubber
to- you have
band
to
in
let-
there?
Well, probably. 'cause it's
Hopefully.
Probably what we're looking
There
at.
you go. I gotcha.
It feels more like tape, though.
Okay.
So anyway, you have to take the tire, let the air out of the tire before you adjust anything, otherwise you can put a hole
Gotcha.
in
Dig a hole in there.
it. The
Sure.
nipple will just eat a hole right in,
Right,
in the
mhm.
spoke like an auger.
Sure.
So to do this wheel correctly, we got to take the hub apart, clean it all up, check the fit on the bearings. Those are just the same as main bearings in here, so you have to go in there, they got oversized bearings, you go in there and clean those all up. They're loose rollers. Then we got to set the end play, get that all snugged up, replace whatever's bad in there. The rim, we need to take that and do a little beating on it, playing to take some of the dent out of it. And then we just start tightening the spokes up, and hopefully all the spokes work. It looks like they might, which would be nice. And then you just clean it all up, so
Okay.
no big issue. And I would probably fill in a couple of these holes that I don't like, because you don't want holes going in your tube, because
Right.
the UV will put a hole right through your tube, and
Right,
crack
right.
it. So it's like everything; it just needs a little bit of work, and you spend about 8 hours doing it. And
All right. Sounds good.
or you can go buy a brand new wheel that's a piece of crap repop and
Right.
spend 3 hours fixing it,
Right.
or maybe more.
Gotcha.
Your choice. But. So anyway, at least we know the condition. The brake needs a lot of work. The wheel needs some work too, but not too awful bad. We don't know what the inside looks like, but it
Right.
might be usable. It doesn't feel too bad, which
Right.
is a plus.
Okay.
There's where you're at for now.
All right. Thanks. 1942 WLC rim, which is special because it has the bead lock hole in it. Light on, maybe.
There you go.
We were going to weld that up. We weren't sure why that was in there, and someone on the internet saw the YouTube video and said that's actually a WLC wheel because they had the bead lock in it. So that's where we're going.
But what's this on your, what's the rim strip look like?
Yeah, this is some kind of black tape.
It looks like duct tape.
They had an actual rubber band on there, but it was too short, so that was taped together. We pulled that off, and now we're getting it down to the rim. The rim's pretty straight, but we're going to do better. Tatro always does better. Always. Yeah, it's ugly.
Let me see what's under there real quick. Oh yeah, look at that.
All pitted, real rough. But 70, let's see, 42, 74 years old. We also got the hub all apart. Came apart real easy, real straightforward, except for the circle clip retainer tool that was needed to pull that apart. I don't know what else. Not forever.
Keenan, give me your opinion.
I think this has got some genuine lightning going on. Done by time and water.
Ooh.
Jeez.
Oh, fitting?
I think it's got the same paint they got on the whole rest of the bike. A lot of layers to fill in the good voids. I'm surprised that tubeless tire even works.
Tubeless.
Oh, tubeless.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what did we miss here?
Yeah, that's got some serious rust.
Yeah, that's.
Think how thick that Bono is on the outside.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, because you don't think that's all. We're not cooking it either.
If it's got this much on
Yeah,
the
on
inside.
the inside. Guess what it looks like on the outside? Yeah.
Oh well.
Go
All right, well we got the hub apart.
Go figure. That was real straightforward.
Surprisingly, it's not too awful bad, but it is bad. See hear the low spots in there? That's called pitted out.
But we're not talking about a Bonneville racer here.
So it's gonna be good enough to use, what you're saying?
Yeah.
How's this other side? As usual, the big one is a lot better than the small one. You missed a spot.
Okay.
See, this one doesn't have the pitting in it. At least we know it had new grease in it at one time. So, this side's pitted, the other side's not. What did you do with the sleeve? Lost it? How chewed up was the this piece? Stuck in there.
Crap.
There it goes. So it looks like we got about 4 or 5 washers. That's not one too bad. Actually, pretty smooth, surprisingly. This isn't all chewed up for one thing.
It's a low mileage bike.
Low mileage,
That's what they said.
but not low rust.
Yeah.
It ain't low mileage, the hub's all pitted out. Ain't that damn low.
It ain't that damn low.
See how it's shitty looking over there? Ain't that low rust.
We call this patina.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that, it matches the hub. The sleeve, that's used. And this
Could
side
that
over
be
here.
dressed up with a file? Would you run that?
Well, you could run anything you want. I would recommend putting a new sleeve in it, new bearings, and we'll just have to live with the hub because
Yeah.
that costs more.
Right, okay.
At least get this part new because it's definitely coming apart.
Okay.
You can feel that with your
Oh, of
fingers.
course.
You can probably hear it.
Of course.
It appears somebody made a mess in the solvent tank too. You wipe up your mess. But yeah, it appears that the wheel might need a little work. I bet you the front one's just as bad. Or just the front one.
God, that's the rear. You know, I know you're particular, but
You think that's new? If that was a tank, it'd be perfect.
rub your finger on that. I mean, it's, you know, he's particular, but man, oh man.
Just get the sleeve.
Huh?
Just get the sleeve.
Can you hear the?
Yeah,
ice
no,
spots?
I'm not saying it hasn't been affected. I'm just saying.
Okay, well you can do what you want.
All right, no, I'm with you. We're gonna do the best we can.
It's not the best of quality, let's put it that way.
No, no, of course not.
That motorcycles, they sure are noisy. Okay, we're gonna get all shit cleaned up, see what it looks like after this time.
All right, we're on.
So what are we doing?
This is a 42 WLA front wheel. We're checking it for integrity, seeing what we
Noisy
got.
around here.
Huh?
It's noisy around here. See, Fred's over there making noise. All right, we're gonna take this wheel apart and see how bad this one is. What year is this one?
1942. Front wheel and rear wheel are interchangeable. We're gonna pick the best of both, and that'll go on the front. This one appears to have not been messed with. Do you agree? Oh no, it's been messed with. Not good. This bike's been full of surprises from the get-go.
Not me. I'm used to working on junk. At least those are the correct thread. I always pick that up on the butt. Incorrect too. This was probably the wrong thread. That is not the right thread.
No, they just put it in there. Look at that. Yeah.
It's custom. Oh, Fred just dropped his gear on the floor. See that? Damn, he dropped. Look at that. You gotta watch over there in the video. He's dropping his gear on the floor again. You only dropped it 3 times.
The steel is harder than concrete.
It had some grease in there once.
Yes.
We're gonna replace that bearing anyhow. So.
That was a bearing on the gear? It sounded like a gear hitting the ground. You think that's slip-wise, is what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, 70 years old has a tendency of doing that.
How about the ones on the other side? You think they're bad too?
Unknown.
Unknown? Okay, well, it appears to be, they kept grease in it, so you see it's not worn out.
Yes.
That's nice. It appears there's not too many thrust washers in here on this one. They're still digging out the washers there. Now, are you gonna screw these ones all up again by blowing on them?
No, I will not.
I would say Natasha, but I know it's not Natasha.
It's a good thing.
Yes, I will not.
You learned your lesson then.
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. But if you let Fred do it, he'll drop it on the floor for you.
Hey,
What?
I dropped it on purpose.
You were supposed to just come out of here, you know.
I would have never guessed those thrush washers were that fragile.
Why do I get picked on all the time?
Because you're here. You're deserving.
F with me on my head. Fred, the F.
I think this is going to be bad when it gets out of
We can't tap from the other side.
here. Not yet. I think it's kind of dug in. This is just supposed to let fall out. Yeah, they are jammed in there big time.
Gears. Practically new gear set.
There it goes. Not quite supposed to be that hard. Yeah, see, the washers are still relatively flat, but if you go in there and blow on them with air pressure, they won't be no
Yeah,
good.
they deform.
Now this is supposed to have a triangle tit on here that somebody ground off.
Uh-huh.
See the grind marks?
Yes.
So instead of being retained by the teardrop right there,
Right.
it was jammed over here.
Right, and that's why it was tight.
That's probably why it didn't want to come out. So if someone
What?
has customized that for you,
Why would they grind that off?
I have no idea. Probably because they were wanting to destroy parts.
But they didn't understand it.
Well, it happens.
That's a savable part.
This gasket is finally in. It's doing its job though.
Yes, sir. We like to throw those gaskets over there in the banana bin.
Okay, now we gotta pull a snap ring in on this side. Just some snap ring pliers. Okay, this is the seal retainer. Has a lip on it. Got another one of those corks right here. And once that's out, the sleeve can.
Right. And is this anything different because it's military that's corked? So the water doesn't get in there when you ford it?
No, it's all the same. Okay, now we have a problem here on the other side. This bearing that was over here that's supposed to just fall out,
Yes.
it's not coming out. So right now the sleeve,
Oh, there's all our bearings.
yeah, but the sleeve is not coming out because of the bearing race or washer or something is welding itself to the sleeve. It's This is not how it's supposed to be. See how it doesn't want to come out?
Yeah.
There it goes.
There it comes.
So something is wrong with this because that was not supposed to come out that hard. Okay, now this appears to have some excess lubricant on it that we don't really need right now. Now this cork here is still in one piece because I haven't squeezed it yet. It's a little more pliable.
All those pieces out.
Do you recognize
Now,
that grease?
Now is this genuine military grease?
I have no. That's what I was asking. What do you think? Looks
I
like.
don't know. It looks like crap. Your light went out.
Got it.
At least the bearing actually looks like the sleeve might be usable. The bearing areas are still good. Not pitted. That's a good throw. Definitely gonna put new bearings in it though. So now the bearing cage is up inside of here. There it is. Appears to have some excess grease on it too.
One bearing hanger.
It's all right. That doesn't want to come off. The washer looks okay. This should have just fell right up. Okay, see, it's tight right when you get it. So the washer is. We got to clean it. It's tight on the ID. Either it's made wrong or it's rolling itself in. It doesn't look like it rolled itself. I think it's just the parts that are not quite made right. Alright. That's nice and clean in there now.
And set up properly, this will all pull what you do with your bike. Is that correct? It
Yeah,
performs at top speed as long as it's put together right.
Yeah, it has to put together right.
Right.
Yeah, I've been abusing mine for a while now.
But there again, put together right and shimmed and adjusted right, it should be all right.
Well, the ones on my military bike were brand new Harley wheels.
Gotcha.
And I took them apart initially and put new grease in them and loosened them up a little bit because they were a little bit tight on the in-play. Then I ran them for about 500 miles and then I rebuilt them again, re-shimmed them, and they were good after that.
Wow.
Haven't been back into them. I haven't even re-lubed them because I don't have that many miles on them.
No.
I got a couple thousand on the most. They're still nice and good. Yeah, so I got one bearing left. So I got one more of those snap rings here to pull. And this one comes out. So there's your thrust washer and there's your loose bearings.
What year did they go over to caged bearings for Harley? Because traditionally it was caged bearings, correct?
These have been caged since '35 when the hub came out.
Since what year?
1935.
35, wow.
It actually came out on this bike right here, which is a 35.
I'll be darned.
It's the first year of a drum brake. A modern drum brake was on a 45. Knucklehead was 36, 45 was 35. So the Star Hub wheel started out on a small bike, not a knucklehead.
I'll be darned.
Like everybody thinks. And that's what these right here is for. These little tit things here that nobody knows what the hell they are for.
Yes.
That's actually what the speedometer drives on this thing. It engages in here.
Oh.
And that's what drives it. So that's why that was on there, and they never took them off.
Huh.
Right to the end, they still used them. They still have that on there.
Huh.
Even though they only used them for 2 years, 35 and 6, Harley never makes a change on anything. So they just left it.
Well, they would have had to retool to
That's
do that.
right. They would
Right.
make some new tools. They're too cheap to do that. So
Well,
we know better.
that adds to the mystery.
Yeah. So there's your bearings. Now these ones here, you can see a little bit of mark in there. See little acid etching marks right there, little black lines.
Yeah.
But you put your finger in there and they're nice and smooth, so these are good hubs. This is gonna be our front wheel.
Okay, that was the front wheel. Okay.
It's gonna be the front wheel again. And then you go over here, first thing you do is you feel it. If it feels nice and smooth, that's a good sign.
Okay.
And then you look for any kind of pitting or discolorization or anything like that. And so you got a little bit of acid etching where the roller sat for a lot of years in one spot.
Of course, though, that the human touch is the good thing, though. I mean, that's where you know.
If it's smooth, it's smooth. That's
Yeah,
good.
gotcha. Okay.
All right, so these are nice. This is gonna be our best hub. So this one looks like all these parts are pretty well usable.
Okay.
I'll probably put new rollers in it and new seals, but on that,
Okay.
I might be able to reuse all this stuff.
And we did not spin this one for trueness.
Oh, I'm sure it's perfect.
Right.
It's a Harley.
Okay. Well, I'll go with you on that then.
Why wouldn't it be?
Well, I don't know. Actually, the rim at one point was pretty rusty.
You want to know if it's straight? Is that what you want to know?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it straight?
Yeah. Well.
You have to look at it from this view. Not looking at Fred put his panties on. You can't spin it like that. How far out is it? It's got a little bit of a dent in it.
Man, it's got like a big wobble in it.
It's got a wobble in it? Okay,
No,
so it's not true.
All right. Well, it's not
Wibbly
true.
wobbly.
You like my chewing stand? It's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Well, it's good to get a start.
That's right. So now you know how bad it really is. Okay, time to clean all this crap up.
Gotcha. Out.
How's your turning?
Perfect.
Perfect.